Hey everybody, it's Chuck and it's day 14 of December and our Advent vlog. And so thank you so much for those of you who've put in the effort to watch my Skytread review from Siege that I put up yesterday. I know it's probably not going to do that well since a lot of people were able to get those figures much earlier, and there were issues with who's reviewing what. I mean, let's not forget that a lot of us now are dealing with these Eastern Asian market reviewers who are getting the figures much earlier than the rest of us, and that will close a news cycle on the figure months before anybody else will see them. So early, in fact, that a lot of times people forget that the figure was even reviewed and shared on a news site. I mean, let's not forget there's still a large majority of the collectors group, the hobby, who have not found Siege figures in stores. And Amazon has been getting them in and out. It's been these things where they'll be there for like literally a couple of minutes and then sell out very quickly. What's going on there? That's up to you. I'm not going to get into it. We did find out, though, that Astro Train is going to be reissued again, but it'll be a Walmart exclusive in 2020. To which I say, what is the point? These Walmart reissues were a non-official, official, wink, wink, nod, nod, tie in to the Bumblebee movie, which is set in the 80s. Makes me wonder why we're not getting the Pretender Bumblebee at some point, or that Kmart set that was just the inner robots of those classic Pretenders, but that's a whole other thing. By 2020, I don't even think there's going to be a Bumblebee 2 out at that point. Also, it should not take that long. Astro Train was just reissued maybe a couple years ago, and that box set is still available online for very, very cheap. Uh, and my point being is the figure has been reissued quite a bit over since 2000 in various designs, so it should not. This is not building. 2 years is the cycle for a new figure, not an older figure. All in all, I thought that whole voting thing was a joke, as is most things with Hasbro in terms of voting. I do not believe, those selections were like they've been done. They've been done multiple times, and there are ways you can find them now for affordable prices, so you don't have to wait, and will be in the same condition that you'll get them in 2020, if not more money. So there is that. But I guess if they're going to release Astro Train in the cartoon colors, that'll be a first since 1986. So who knows? But yeah. So that's enough of that. Time to carry on with the Advent calendar. So let me turn the camera around here. Remember, when I say I turn the camera around, I'm just switching which camera my phone records. I'm not actually physically turning the camera around. But here we are, day 13. So we move the little hand here. Day 14. 10 days, folks. 10 days. Make sure that's lined up, yeah. And 14 is actually right here in the corner. You got the shepherd's legs. So let me open that up and see about reading it. The shepherds said to one another, "Let us go then to Bethlehem to see this thing that has taken place." So this is, the shepherds going to visit Mary and Joseph. I actually misspoke. That was not a shepherd's leg. Now I'm looking. That's Joseph's leg. I did not notice Mary on the top of the donkey. But, yep, that's about it for today. Tomorrow is the 15th. Tomorrow is Saturday. This little vlog might be a little later, as many of you might know. Every year for the past 20 or so years, a little over 20 years, I think, say for one year, a couple of years ago, due to weather, there was snow, just a weather situation that was a kind of over exaggerated. I have been playing Santa Claus at a my alma mater, St. Francis Prep in Fresh Meadows, Queens, New York, for their Christmas party with our friends with special needs. This party was started well over 30 years ago by a nun by the name of Sister Joseph Agnes, who passed away in 2005. And her mission was she was aware that there were individuals, handicapped, who have physical disabilities, mental disabilities, who live in nursing homes and residences that really aren't able to get the not the spirit, but get to experience the joys and spirit of the season. So she created this party, and you can see Delilah right there in the background on the left, on top of a bookcase. It's a good camera. So that they would be able to get some joy out of the season. For a lot of these people, and this is a little sad, this party is the only time of the year, the entire 12 months, that they get out of the center that they live in. Back in the day, it was actually an all day thing. They would get breakfast and lunch, confession, a full mass, visit by Santa, dancing, music. Everything was mostly donated. They did at some years ago stop the mass part. There is a little bit of a prayer service, but not a full mass. We actually had bishops coming to hear confessions, and but everything else has still been going. When I started playing Santa, that was right after I graduated, so the numbers keep going. We're, and I forgot to mute the notifications. It's just a great thing. Last year, I was able to finally get my Boy Scout unit to volunteer and have them come, and their parents loved it. The boys loved it. It was a wonderful thing. And it truly is a blessed thing. So, this was just a long story of saying that this little vlog might be a little bit later tomorrow. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Oh, it's gone a little longer than it normally does. I do appreciate Cyber Battalion Starscream. Oh, you mean the the Voyager sized like simple figure FL Studios, FLW that thing? I've had that for a while. That's a great figure. But that's basically why this might be a little bit later tomorrow. So just keep in mind because I'll be doing that. So it will be coming. Also, funny aside, I as I was uploading a video yesterday, I saw a message from YouTube that said between yesterday and today they were going to be cleaning out spam, uh, from your channel. So if your subscriber numbers change, so I wonder if like the fluctuation in my subscriber numbers hasn't been because of these series of vlogs, but because they've been doing that. But it will be interesting to see how many dead accounts I have. But yeah, I actually have a review of it on my channel. That's a great figure. I thought it was fantastic. It's very chunky. Oh, you got Megatron and Grimlock too. Grimlock I wasn't into, but Megatron I kind of wanted. It was just that when I got them, Big Bad was able to get a small shipment from Asian retailers, and I had to make the decision, and I went with the larger Optimus Prime, and and Starscream. I forget, like Battalion is the Voyager class. Commander Optimus Prime, and Battalion Starscream. And since then, I've tried to grab all the other ones. Like just recently, I was very lucky. I was able to get Shockwave, and then like couple weeks ago, I was able to get Sideswipe in my Walgreens. They finally started carrying them. So yeah, I mean those are great figures. They really scratch a nice nostalgic itch for me. But so yeah, so definitely this is going a little bit longer than I thought. So I'm going to cut it off here. I will see all of you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and have a great day.